Look, how are you feeling on crypto?
Oh,
Right?
I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it, but it's going to take a while to develop a plan on how to make another run at it. Yeah.
How much are you guys hearing from the regulators at CFTC and SEC as opposed to the companies?
Well, of course, nothing in the last few hours. We did seek a lot of technical assistance leading up to the bill, the vote on the amendments on the bill. So we've pursued technical assistance from federal agencies all along.
Yeah.
So what is your outlook for rescheduling the markup?
Yeah, it'll happen this year, calendar year. That's all I can say. I'm not going to.
Is that hopeful, or do you know that?
I know. Well, I'm not going to reach out to do it immediately. People need a chance to soak in what happened.
What
did happen?
Well, what do you think was the primary controversy?
The interest issue. So it is the issue that remains from the Genius Act, and it just was really significant in derailing the Clarity Act.
And do you think it's possible to get to a point where the banking folks and the crypto folks will all be happy with whatever's
Not
in there?
happy. I think we can get to a point where neither will be, where they'll all be less unhappy, but I don't think anybody will get happy. We had what we thought was an agreement that the banks were satisfied with, but I think as time went on and the banks were lobbying different members of the banking committee, and I think that they were emboldened by what they were hearing, and then they maybe got a little greedy and pushed too far. And so they lost everything. They lost everything. They wanted changes to genius in Clarity, and they lost them all. And I think we had an agreement at one point in principle, but and the other thing is there's other good stuff for banking in Clarity, but I don't think they knew that. So now that they have to look back and say, okay, where did we push too hard? What else was in there that we didn't know that was advantageous to banking? And should we revisit our position? So
When you say banks, does that include Coinbase and the digital companies,
No.
or this is just the banks?
This is just banks, traditional banks, traditional banks and credit unions.
Yeah.
Do you think that, Senator Kennedy's been recommending a public hearing where both sides get to come in and sort of make their case?
Yeah, and
Do you think
actually,
that might actually be the next step?
I do, but I would recommend against public. And the reason being, then we're going to hear from people who oppose any changes, and that's not productive. So I would prefer to seek sort of a curated hearing where we're hearing from people who are stakeholders in the bill.
Yeah. As opposed to sort of like an academic who reads crypto.
Right, exactly.
What about Jane and Joe Public?
I can't even get members of the banking committee deeply enough involved in this.
Yeah.
And so to bring in the public, maybe that's what they'll want. Maybe that's what Mr. Kennedy and, Mr. Rounds will want, and maybe that's what we'll have to do. But I'm struggling with seeing how that moves us to a conclusion.
And Coinbase, what they did yesterday was obviously made a big splash. Are you frustrated at Coinbase? Are you frustrated that they came out and sort of derailed this at the 11th hour? And how do you feel about?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad they came out and said what they didn't like and were more specific. Because some of the things they didn't like that they came, I wish they would have chosen a different venue than social media, than a tweet. But they indicated that I'd given away too much, Republicans had given away too much in the area of privacy, and that we need to revisit that. And so in a way, I'm glad they brought that out, because even though I'm not happy that it came out on Twitter, everybody did see that, Republicans and Democrats. So maybe the Democrats are thinking, wow, if we really want to get a bill done, we're going to have to give a little to this industry on privacy.
So what do you make now of the balancing act that you and Chairman Scott have of, Coinbase and parts of the industry have come out and publicly said the areas of the bill that they have concerns with, and then you have Democrats on the other side whose votes you still need to ultimately pass something. How can you thread that needle?
Stay tuned. We'll figure it out. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.